Why did the dog throw him in the pool?
Good. Oh, because it's a hot dog!
Because he didn't want to be a hot dog.
It's a hot dog!
You both make me happy too.
You make us happy.
Milkshakes make me happy.
Yes,
Milkshakes make me happy. And milkshakes make us happy.
Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But
That's
you're going on like
awesome.
a date. Like, is it like a real like romantic moment?
Yeah,
Seems like maybe you got your
been
eye on her.
Yeah, I got it on my eye.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Dating Diner. We have some of our new best friends on the podcast today. And we are so excited. Coming all the way from South Carolina.
Yes,
Midge and Tanner.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
We are so
absolutely.
excited to have you.
Honestly, more excited than anybody. Like, we've been talking about this for ages now. And we're like,
true.
yes, Tanner is coming on, Midge coming on. And they're looking stylish as ever, too. Like,
Hey, we try.
Yes,
We're
look at
coming
them.
kind of
Straight from the south. I love it.
straight from the South. Tanner, you have been
Thanks for being
through
from Midge.
a lot. You've been through a lot recently.
I have
haven't you?
been through a lot, yeah. So is Midge.
It's been
Yeah.
crazy. It's been a whirlwind, I would imagine. What's like the number one thing you've learned over this like past couple months of like stardom? Have you had a fun time?
Yes, I've had a fun time.
Good. Has there been any challenges?
There has been challenges, hasn't there, Midge?
Yeah,
Has there,
what's
Mom?
been like something that's been kind of hard or difficult?
Well, at first it got too overwhelming at work, but
At work?
Miss Katrina and Miss Rick told me gave me this advice what I can do. They told me that I can say to the people, "It's nice to meet you. I can give you a quick hug, a quick high five, and a quick picture with you." But by that I tell them I can't hang out because I'm on task. I have to stay focused. I'm glad they gave me that good advice.
That's a very good response. and it's very polite.
That's why, I'm glad they gave me that advice when it got too overwhelming at work because it's been distracting me at work.
Well,
sure.
we noticed too, we were outside before we came up here to film, and Tanner had like 3 or 4 people come up to him and say hello and ask for a picture. How do you like that when people come up to you?
I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
It's like you're a celebrity.
Yeah, because
you
I'm
are.
a celebrity, yeah.
You
You've
literally
met
are.
a lot of people, haven't you?
I have met a lot of people, Mitch.
Everywhere we go now, it's like Tanner.
Hey, also,
It's
we
crazy.
went to see the Unbreakable Boy, this premiere in New York at the movie theater. It's about this boy, Austin, who has autism. And his mom's name's Teresa. His dad's name's Scott. Zachary Levi is his dad, Scott, in the movie. And there's a real Austin in real life, and his mom and dad. And guess what? We met Zachary Levi there, and we met Jacob Laval. He's the boy Austin in the Unbreakable Boy. And guess what? We met the real Austin and his mom and dad there. And guess what? We texted each other, and his mom and dad, me and Austin. We
Oh,
met
that's
the real
awesome.
Isn't
That's
that
so
great?
awesome.
Yeah.
And you told me before too that you were also texting your new best friend Jack Black.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
close, but not yet. But
Not
when
yet, okay.
When we work out together one day soon, I'm gonna get his phone number.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I loved seeing that when you were on the Kelly Clarkson
And I'm
Show.
gonna get a fat head of me and him in my new apartment.
That's a great idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, I love that idea too.
I do too.
Yes. And maybe,
Yeah.
Sarah, we could get a fat head of
That's
Tanner
it.
in our
We
apartment.
can.
Right here at the
Yeah.
diner. Just
What if your
Tanner.
face was like right there?
Yeah, what my face was where image?
Right up there on a fat head.
Yeah, but what if my face was
That
right
would be
there?
great.
That was so crazy. That was so crazy.
I think that's the one decoration we're missing.
I think so too, Sarah. I think so too. I think so too.
I think we need that.
Yes.
Order that
I think we need
today.
that too. Yeah.
I mean, you're bringing so much great energy, both of you.
Oh
and
yeah,
we
you both
love
have
it.
RNG. You both have RNG.
Oh, thank you.
So does Austin.
Austin does.
I think he does.
Well, is it? Are you on like Red Bull right now, or you just have natural energy?
Is he asking if I'm Red Bull or do I just have natural
Do you
interest?
like wake up with this kind of energy most days?
I do, Midge.
Yep, you're pretty
that's
positive.
I always wake up happy.
You
I
do wake
love
up happy.
that.
That's,
Yeah,
see, that's
joyful.
the key right there. How does one achieve happiness like you?
How can I say that, Midge?
Like, what makes you happy? Like, what makes you so happy? How do you have such a good personality?
All of you and all of you because you're all my family, my good friends.
Yeah.
And I have I have my good home right now at Lakeview, and I have my job at the Sheriff's Hotel, and I get to do a lot of fun things, Mitch. And my plan to move back home to St. Matthews when I'm 44.
Yep. So you got lots of good things to focus on.
Yeah.
That's what we really try to do. Like when we get anxious or things like that, we're like, let's focus on what's really good
And
in
that
our
meant Jack
life.
Black, hey, Joe makes me happy, and you make me happy, and Austin does, and his mom and dad.
You've got good people.
And Parker
do.
and Sarah make you happy.
Yeah, you both make me happy too.
You make us happy.
Yes.
Milkshakes make me happy.
Yes,
Milkshakes make me happy.
milkshakes.
And milkshakes make us happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
They make me happy.
So it's okay to have bad days sometimes. We all do sometimes.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
That's right.
And I think it's a good advice to focus on all the good things in your life when you're having a bad day. Because everybody has a bad day.
Everybody does have bad days sometimes.
It's
Yeah.
true.
True. I mean, Tanner, you were a superstar on the show, as we all know, Love on the Spectrum,
on the
right?
Spectrum.
That's right.
Great show. We binge watched it.
We did.
Yeah,
We
I know
love
you love
it.
watching it. Yes, Parker.
You were our favorite person on the
Absolutely
show,
loved
but don't tell your friends.
All right, don't tell my friends what.
Don't tell your friends that you were our favorite.
I won't tell my friends that I'm your favorite. I won't.
He was my
good.
favorite too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Don't
bet.
get me wrong, like Connor's really cool, but
Yeah.
like you're really cool.
Oh.
Thank you, Parker. Thank you, Parker.
You guys went on a lot of dates on the show, but I feel like you had like a bromance out of that show. With
What's a
Connor.
bromance?
A bromance is like a really good friendship with another guy that it's like everybody loves to watch.
What other good guy do you mean that went on?
Who's like your best friend from the show?
Let's see, Connor.
Yeah,
Connor. He's my
so
best friend from the
close.
show.
I
Yeah,
love
so
that.
that's a bromance.
Oh, I see. That's right. So Connor's my best friend from the show.
I
Exactly.
love that.
That's right.
You have a bromance with Connor.
I do. Do you watch Kaylin on the show? Kaylin?
Yes, we did see her on
And
the
Madison?
show. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite date that you went on the show?
I mean, but with Kate at the restaurant in Greenville. Yeah.
That one was so good. I loved watching that one.
That was good, but you know what I think my favorite was personally? It was the one when you guys went to the goat farm.
That's a good choice. Yeah.
No doubt,
a good
the
choice.
goat farm. I think it's probably like one of the best choices because you guys got to obviously pet the goats, and then afterwards, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys had like a little like cheese plate afterwards.
Oh, we did, and those kind of drinks.
Uh-huh.
It was good.
What was
like
that
milk?
drink?
It was some kind of milk. I don't remember what kind of milk it was, but it was good.
Ooh.
It was good. Was the cheese good?
The cheese was,
Did you
was
like
good.
the cheese?
I did like the cheese.
liked
I think
it.
Cheyenne liked the drinks and the cheese. Hey
did
Parker,
like it?
Sarah, I need to tell you both something.
What is it?
Cheyenne, the truth is, she doesn't have my energy like she does. But
Yeah.
she's so nice and she's more quiet than like we are.
That's what I was going to ask you because I saw in the show you were so good at telling somebody whether you had romantic feelings or if you just wanted to be friends with them.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, I don't know, do you know what ghosting is?
What does that mean, ghosting?
Ghosting is like when somebody is talking to somebody and they have feelings and then one of them decides that they don't like the other one and they just stop talking to them.
Okay.
And they don't tell them why.
Okay.
And I think you were so good at telling people exactly how you feel and communicating how you feel. And I was going to ask you, what would you say to people who just ghost people and don't tell them why they don't want to talk to them anymore?
I just want to make sure on this question, there's no right or wrong answer.
There's no right or
there's
wrong
not.
answer.
No right or wrong.
That would be a rude way, right?
That would be so rude.
That would be so rude.
You were very polite to everybody on the show and you were very communicative and I think a lot of girls really respect that because
Yeah.
girls like boys that say how they're feeling and explain and communicate and you were very good at that on the show.
Oh, yeah.
that's
And we all know rude people can change.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
And so can mean people, and just like poachers and burglars can.
That's
And-
true.
And we don't want any of them to get injured or get hurt or go to hell. We just want them to change.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And they can change.
That's right.
Who taught you to like at the end of your dates when you had to say like I had fun but I don't really want to go out on another date? Who taught you to do that? Because I didn't tell you to.
I feel
say
like
that.
Jennifer did. Maybe
Oh,
Jennifer,
Jennifer
or
did.
Keon did.
They-
Maybe I think Jennifer did.
They kind of helped you to like word it. And be
They,
nice
they
about
did.
It.
They did help me to word it and be nice about
Okay,
Mitch.
I
Yes,
wonder
Mitch.
because I didn't tell them that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you went on all these different dates, which we've talked about, and which were like super fun, super amazing to watch, and kind of like what she said. You told Cheyenne that you weren't really a big fan of her energy, right?
Right. I told her that I wasn't really a big fan of her energy.
Yeah.
Right. Was that hard to do that? Were you kind of nervous when you were saying that?
No, I knew how I could say it in a polite way.
That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
That's
and,
very
and
good.
what's the key? So if I were to politely tell Sarah that she does not have the right energy, how should I do that exactly?
Let's see. You should say, hey Sarah, you're very nice, but I just want to be friends with you. I just want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a polite way.
Sarah.
to
It could
say
be a polite way.
Dang,
I don't know how well I would take it.
You're very nice.
No.
You're very I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Happening.
Not on the dating diner.
No.
We wouldn't.
No, we would have to leave. We'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna step out.
Space.
So Cheyenne wasn't the right girl for you. I remember you saying on the not on the podcast, sorry, on the show that you were interested in a party animal.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I'm a party animal, yes.
A party animal. I love
party
it.
animal.
Yeah.
Why a party animal?
Because what do party animals do? Because they like to party.
they like to party.
I
dance
like to
and
dance.
sing.
Yeah,
Have fun.
I like parties.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, parties are cool. Are there a lot of parties in South Carolina?
Yes, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
So you are a party animal.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not a night owl.
I'm
Yeah.
not a night owl either.
I'm glad you're with me on that.
I've got like a bedtime. I got to be in bed by a certain time.
What time does your party animalness like end normally? What time of the night?
10.
I-
10 o'clock for you too?
maybe around 9:15 because I go to bed
Yep,
at
yep.
9:15.
Okay, that's fair.
You
That
love
makes-
to go to bed
That's how
early.
I
I
am.
do, Mitch.
And
Yeah,
get
Mitch.
yourself
Yeah,
tucked
Mitch.
in.
And get
Yep.
myself tucked in.
Yeah, Parker likes to stay up late, and sometimes he's like dragging me around, and I'm like,
okay.
I'm ready for
Parker.
bed.
I'm staying up late because I'm binge watching Love on the Spectrum. That's
Hey,
why.
there you go.
Yeah.
Do you wake up early? Like, are you an early
No.
riser? No,
Not
you
really.
like to sleep in.
I mean, we're staying up late just to wake up late. There's really no good schedule
Yeah.
here. We're not. I know. Not. We had to wake up at like 8 today, and that was a real struggle.
Well, I was
No, 8. That's not bad.
Oh, so early. I was gonna ask you, Midge, because you were saying to Tanner that wasn't advice you gave him for the date. What
Yeah.
advice did you give Tanner for his dates?
Well, I think like before his date, I was like helping him get ready and that kind of thing, and just going over like scenarios of when you meet them. And we grew up in the South, so we're very heavy on like yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, and we want to always be polite. I think we went over like pulling her chair out
We did,
for
yeah,
her.
Mitch, we did go over that, Mitch.
And so doing like gentlemanly things.
Yes.
But really, Tank like kind of he knew what he was doing. Didn't
I
you?
love it.
I knew I was doing.
Yeah, you're a natural gentleman.
I'm a natural gentleman.
You knew what to do.
Yeah, I do know it. Yeah, you're right,
Yep.
Mitch. I do know what to do.
Yeah, so he did great.
See, what I've always been curious about, because you kept saying it in the show, Tank, right?
Uh-huh.
Why Tank?
Do you want to explain why your nickname is Tank?
Let me tell you both why my nickname's Tank. Because one of our friends from back home, Mr. Joe, gave me the nickname Tank because when I was a baby, when I was born, I was a big baby. I was a fat baby. I was built like a tank.
I was
No,
a fat baby too.
Really?
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yes, I love it though. So that's been your nickname your whole life.
Yes, at first
Forever.
I thought it was my mom and dad that gave me the nickname Tank, but now I know that's our friend Mr. Joe that gave me the nickname
He
Tank.
came
I
out and
love
they're like,
it.
that's a tank. And then literally his whole life. And he used to like never wear shirts or like shoes. He'd just wear like his shorts and
Country
run
boy.
around in the mud and stuff. We're like, Tank, come on. So he's always
I was
coming
always so
with that.
curious. I was like, what does Tank mean? So now we have the answer.
And we all know what tanks are. Like
Exactly.
the tanks and what men shoot out of the cannons out of the army.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I want to ask you all something.
Sure.
I wonder when they shoot their tanks and when they're driving their tanks like cannons, what things can they shoot?
Oh, you'll have to ask Parker.
Wait, you'll have to ask Sarah.
You're a tank.
Do you know that?
Like cannonballs? Do
Well, yeah, they
it?
shoot cannonballs, but the question is like, does? Yeah, I don't know. I
We'll have to
know.
get an
That would-
expert in here.
Do
and
you
ask
know,
them.
Tanner?
I don't know what they could be shooting.
I don't really
Yeah.
either.
I don't know. Maybe we could look into that maybe after the episode or something.
Yeah.
We have to Google it.
You love to Google.
I do love to Google. I do
Yeah.
love to Google.
Because
Yeah.
I saw in the show, I mean, you were Googling about chickens, right?
Yes, yes.
And you love chickens. Why do you love chickens?
Because I like birds, and the truth is that birds fly. I've always wanted to fly.
Oh, I mean,
But still, whenever I want to fly, I can fly an airplane and say, "Hey, guess what? One day this summer in July, I'm gonna go plan. While I'm home in St. Matthews, I'm planning on going flying with our friend Mr. Chris because he's a pilot now.
Oh, that will be so
That's
fun.
That's right. Just like we flew in our jet here, and that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Yep.
But I don't want to fly in a Top Gun jet or an ultralight.
Yeah.
No.
Parker's gone skydiving before. Would you ever do that?
No.
I wouldn't.
Wait, were you
either.
attached to somebody?
Yeah, I was attached to somebody.
Ooh, Lord.
I
were
just
you-
went bungee jumping yesterday, actually.
What's bungee jumping?
So that's like almost as crazy as skydiving, but they attach a bungee to you and there's no parachute and you just jump and hope that the bungee catches you.
Oh my god.
So you're like attached to like a
You're
string.
like bouncing.
Like a string. Yeah, it's like a string and you just like hope that, the string is strong enough. It's
Ah.
pretty crazy. I did that yesterday.
Were you like jumping out of a?
Off a building in Las Vegas.
Would you ever do that?
No.
I think I would. I
That's
think
okay,
I
Mitch. It's okay if you would, but I
I think I
wouldn't.
would like it.
I
think you
wouldn't
would
either,
like it.
Tanner.
That's okay if you like it, but I wouldn't.
You would never
Me
do that.
neither.
Yeah, I'm glad with on that.
Yeah, we're together on that
So
one.
I'm
We
glad
can
we're
watch
together
from
on
the
that.
bottom.
We can
while
watch from
Mitch and
Parker
Parker
from
jump.
the bottom. We can watch Parker Mitch from the bottom.
Somebody would have to push me. I think.
Yeah, Mitch.
I'd be a little scared.
I don't blame you, Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I have some
I don't blame
questions
you if
right.
you would be scared. Yes.
Yeah, I would be scared. We do have some questions right here, and it was funny that you guys were just talking about being a gentleman because I wrote, we're all from the South, and being a gentleman is very important. Parker was a gentleman to me when we first met. And so I was going to ask you what you think the most important thing to do on a date is to be a gentleman.
Okay. Yes, Sarah.
What do you think it is? What's the most important thing to do on a date in order to be a gentleman?
So you have to be nice and you have to be kind and polite. And whenever she's going to the bathroom, you have to walk and you got to hold the door for her. Yes. And when you're getting ready to sit down at your table, you got to pull her chair out for you. And sometimes could your girl dates pull your chairs out for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Sarah,
Yeah.
you need to start doing that.
I know, I
His
do.
chair.
I need to take notes right now. I love those things too. I think those things are really important. And you always did those in the show, and I really applauded you. I was like, I can tell he's from the South.
We were proud.
Yeah, I know you were proud. Mitch. I know you were proud, Mitch.
You did really
I did do really good.
Everybody here's gotten high fives except for me. I'm just kind of.
We're a big high five family.
Okay, high five and handshakers and huggers.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so adorable to see you be such a good gentleman. Your whole family has raised you very well, so you got to give them kudos for sure.
Yeah.
I think with these girls, is there ever a time where you don't want to be a gentleman? Has a girl ever been mean to you on a date before?
Ooh.
No.
That's good.
There's not a time where I don't want to be a gentleman.
That's good.
Good. See, for me, I struggle sometimes because like sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, angry or something, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know if I want to be a gentleman right now. So
Okay.
He gets impatient, probably.
Okay, it's okay. Everybody's impatient sometimes.
That's true. I need to have more patience with him because you are very understanding. Sometimes I can be a little impatient.
It's okay. It's okay, Sarah. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was also going to ask you, your friend Connor on the show, he's very, what's the word I'm looking for? He knows what he likes. He doesn't want a blonde girl. He wants a brunette girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a certain type of a girl that you like in, like, how you're attracted to them?
What do you mean by that?
Like how Connor was, he really only likes blonde or brunette girls. Do you like blonde girls or do you like brunette girls?
I like both. It's okay if
Both.
I like both. I like
Yeah.
blonde and brunette girls.
That's good. So you just like a person based on their personality.
Yes, I like a girl based on their personality.
Yeah.
That's good. I think that's the right answer.
I agree. I think that's the right answer too because looks fade, but personality stays
It's forever.
Your
Yeah.
personality is forever. That's
Yes,
your personality.
that's so
And what
true.
Do you mean, what do you mean? I'm trying to think what we mean when we say personality is forever.
Well, I think like looks as you get older, you know, your face will get droopy and your body will start to get droopy.
Your hair will get
No.
gray.
That's right.
Hair will get kind of, gray, right? A different color.
But we all know it won't change our personalities.
But it-
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And we all know what the word personality means.
Yep.
We
What does
do?
it mean? What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Let's see.
Like, is personality on the outside or the inside?
I would say it's on the outside, Mitch. That's my guess. Or
You
on the
would
inside.
see it on the outside, but it's probably like on the inside,
Inside.
how your heart is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Kind
But
of.
like whether someone's quiet or not very talkative or
Exactly.
not very
That's your personality.
And here's something we all know. And I know it's hard to be around people with different personalities. And you're both like me, but because you have good personalities, most people are like us. But sometimes people have different personalities, and sometimes we gotta respect that.
That's so
sure.
true.
Hey, Mitch, that makes sense that personality is on the inside.
Yep. That
Good.
they're like in your heart.
That's right. Because Andy, he told me what personality means.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He
Yep.
did. Yeah.
He's got a good personality,
Yeah,
too.
he does have good personality.
Well, you have a good personality, and
Okay.
Midge has a good
That's
personality.
right. We all have good
And
personality.
your mom has good personality. I haven't met your dad, but I'm sure your dad has great
That's right.
personality.
He's great, too.
Hey, I love meeting actors. Sarah Park, it's fun to meet actors.
Yes.
Hey, Zachary Levi and Jacob LaValle, they have good personalities too.
That's so
Right.
But
cool.
still, it's okay if some actors have different personalities.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike Myers has a good personality, and Eddie Murphy.
For
Yeah.
sure. Well, I love Eddie Murphy. Probably my favorite comedian.
I'm sure you know who he plays in Trek. Eddie Murphy. I'm sure.
Yes, of course I do. Of course I
Donkey.
do. The donkey.
Donkey.
That's my
Donkey.
favorite. Yeah. So I'm curious. You said different actors have different personalities. What was Jack Black's personality like?
Just like ours. Just like
Just like ours.
Yeah. His personality's just like ours.
What about Kelly Clarkson?
Her personality's just like ours too.
She's very
She
nice.
seems so nice, and you guys looked like you had so much fun on that show.
We did have so much fun on the show.
Like, whenever you saw Jack, were you, like, how did he feel whenever you met him? Like,
He felt so good, and he was happy to finally meet me in person.
Did you
And
touch
so-
his beard?
No, I did not touch his beard. But I did almost kiss him on the face, but I won't kiss him on the face.
yeah, you knew not to kiss a man on the face, right?
Not always, not always, not always.
Not always.
Yep.
You should have touched his beard. I've always
I'm not
wondered
gonna touch
what
his
that
beard.
felt like.
But you said he smelled good.
He smelled good, yeah. Hey,
Didn't he?
Hey, let's try to think of a reason why we can't touch man's beards.
Okay.
Do you know?
Well,
do you
maybe
think?
like personal space.
Personal space,
If
that's
they
right.
take care of their beard and they wash it, they might not want your like
That's
fingers.
right. That's right. Hey, that reminds
in
me.
it. But I don't think Jack would care because he
Yeah.
loves you.
He
That-
seems pretty
He
chill.
probably
I
would have
think
been
he would be
excited.
like, go ahead, touch it.
That reminds me of one of my teachers who I had at Glen Forest when I was in 6th grade. When I was 13,
Yeah.
I was pulling on Mr. Winchell's beard by mistake.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Parker-
legendary.
Parker had a little beard growing out this morning. He shaved it off for you all, but he had a little bit coming in.
I did. You talked about growing up when you were younger. What was that like down in South Carolina? Did you have a lot of friends? Did you have a lot of love?
I did have a lot of friends I had a lot of love.
Okay, good.
And where did we grow up?
We grew up in St. Matthews, South Carolina.
St. Matthews.
Well, what are some things that we did? Because we grew up on a farm.
Yes, bitch.
And I told them earlier that you like never wore shoes. You were always outside. What were you doing outside?
I was running around outside, right, with no shirt and no shoes.
And you used to ride your...
I used to ride my golf cart in 4-wheeler.
And your 4-wheeler.
It
You
was so
used
fun.
to ride for like hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was
stuff.
fun. So fun.
Oh, I'd love to visit you guys in South Carolina. That sounds like a blast.
Do you have any animals on your farm or just land?
No, just land. We have tractors and cod pickers.
But
Oh,
we've got a
that's-
ton of dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
dogs. How
We
many
ch-
dogs?
We've had like dogs in and out, all because our cousins live like right across the field, so there's just always
I love
dogs
that.
running around. We truly had like the best childhood ever, don't you think?
Yeah, we had the best
like
childhood
a
ever.
small little town, like our family's close, everybody knows everybody,
I love
so
that.
we're very blessed in the
That's
way that we grew up.
amazing.
Did they tell that their Mary's mom that the child's not freeing, and Patrick says to them, "You were about his skin, and it makes you live forever." And Mary's like, "No, no, no."
Yes,
And she said that she hates SpongeBob Patrick because she didn't want her mom to live forever. Nobody wants to live forever. That's impossible.
because we want to go to
I
heaven.
just want to go to heaven.
That's
So
exactly
if you're
right.
just tuning back in, unfortunately we had a technical issue and the camera's cut off, but we started everything back over, and now we're talking about SpongeBob. I told him that I happen to know the voice of Sandy Cheeks. Now, she is a very busy mom. I have her phone number. We're going to try to give her a FaceTime, and we'll see.
Okay, that's so cool, Mitch. We're gonna try to call Carolyn Lawrence.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what you're gonna say
We're
to her?
gonna
Yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm her big fan too because she's a good actress. That she's good at playing Sandy.
Okay.
And Cheeks from SpongeBob.
Let's see.
That's so cool that you know Carolyn
She's
Lawrence.
probably thinking it's kind of weird, though, because, like, I'm 21 and she's like a full mom. It's like, why
Yeah,
is
she's
this
like,
guy
why is he calling me?
calling? Ringing. Come on.
I bet she'll call back.
Okay, we're gonna give a text later. I hope this moment may not be as good as Jack Black, but it'll be a cool
That's
moment.
okay.
Maybe not quite, though.
I like all actors and all actresses.
Yep. Tell them who we met at CMA Fest. You just met a lot of famous people, like last week
And guess what? We
in
saw
Nashville.
Sister Hazel, and we saw the lead singer Kim Block. We went to see Sister Hazel in Florida when I was younger. My whole life, I met Kim Block when I was 6 or 7, and we met one other man in Sister Hazel, Drew Copeland, and I met Brothers Osborne, and I met John Osborne, T.J. Osborne, because that's what their names are.
Yep.
And I met Rascal Flatts, the lead
Oh
singer.
my gosh!
so good.
Gary Lee Fox, the lead singer. And I met one other man, Jay, and his son Dylan, and the last man, Joe Don or John Don. And I met Noah Cyrus and Lainey Wilson.
Oh my
Everyone
gosh!
was so
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, everyone was so nice.
They probably thought you were just as big of a celebrity as they are.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, did you both know that Noah Cyrus is Miley Cyrus's sister?
I did know that. I love both of
we
them.
love Noah. Like she was so kind to you, wasn't
She was. I love Noah Cyrus.
And she invited us back the next night
Yeah,
to come hang out with her.
I love her too.
She was so cool.
She was
That
so cool.
is
She was so
so
cool.
She was like one of our
awesome.
favorite people to kind of interact
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
that
yeah,
week.
yeah.
We know that, like, I was watching the show a lot, and you obviously are a jokester. So we're hoping maybe you
Yeah,
can
I'm a
tell us a
joker.
couple jokes.
Joker.
Okay. What do you call a pirate that picks his nose? A booger beard.
That's a good one. Wait. What was the one in the show you talked about like the what was the one that you talked about? The
Oh yeah. What's the opposite of a fairy godmother? A hairy dog father.
that's a good one. Okay, that's good.
And what do you call a snail on the ship?
A snail ship.
No clothes. A snailer.
A snail.
Oh, snail. Okay, that's good. There's still one joke that was on the show that is really bothering me. Keep going. Like, start riffing.
Okay. Why did the dog jump in the pool?
Good.
'Cause-
Oh, because it's a hot dog.
Because he didn't want to be a hot dog.
It's a hot dog.
Yeah. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Oh,
Yeah, good job. And what do you call a witch in the sand?
a sandwich.
Yeah, good job.
Mark
Hey,
is just, he's got these.
what do you call a cheese that's not yours?
That's it. That's the one from the show.
Cheese that's
It's
not
nacho
yours.
cheese.
Because I remember I always remember when Bowen told that to me.
Yes.
I love that one.
That's the one. See, that was really bothering me for a second.
Couldn't think of it.
Had to get it.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
But I don't
A
even.
cow
I
with
don't
no
know.
legs.
Ground beef.
Oh yes.
Hey, can I tell you both another funny story?
Sure.
Yes.
After I was in 7th grade at Glen Forest, while I was out for the summer, after I was in 7th grade, so we have a pond house in the woods. Me and my dad, and Uncle Greg, and cousin Presley, and my papa, we went to our pond house for my papa's birthday, and Presley told me to go up to my papa and say to him, "What's your present?" and rub my butt on his butt. but I didn't listen to Presley. I think Presley thought that would be a funny way of showing my papa love.
Yeah.
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 said, "No,
I
I'm
mean, I
not
do
doing
that to
that."
Sarah all the time.
And every Toto was like, no, Tanner, don't.
That'd be kind of silly.
so
It would be
funny.
kind of silly. It would be kind of silly.
That would be
I'll never
silly.
forget. That's why I was 14. I'll never forget that.
That's a good
I'll never
memory.
met my papa's age. While my papa's age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14. Now you're 26.
Yes, I'm 26. Yeah.
You've learned a lot about life. You've seen the world. You're in LA. You've met celebrities, and I'm sure this has been a really great experience.
Yeah, it was a lot of great experience. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, because you're taking on the world, you're doing everything. You told me earlier that you were living alone. Is that true?
That is true. You
live alone. Have you ever had any roommates before?
Oh yeah. Blakely, Sam, and Case and Josh and Frankie, and now I live by myself.
That's so fun. And did you like having roommates?
I did, but now I'm glad I live by myself now.
You are. What helped you prepare to live all on your own?
So Rome was our ILA when we were freshmen, and Isaac was our ILA when we were sophomores. So Clem's Life. How did I explain Clem's Life?
Wait, I'm confused real fast. Wait, what's an ILA for people who don't know?
Independent Living Assistant.
Oh, okay. Freshman and sophomore years. So you have an ILA. Do they live in did you live in a dorm?
Oh, did we live in a dorm? Because we lived in Alfred when we...
Yeah, like a dorm apartment.
Oh, okay.
Like a dorm apartment,
But you
yes.
had your own room, right?
I had my own room,
And
yes.
then he was down the hall?
Yes, I was down the hall.
What kind of things did your ILA help you with?
So they helped me with, like, cleaning our bathrooms, too. And making sure we come back at the right times, like when we're on level 1.
Yep.
And let's try to think what else. And we're cleaning our rooms.
Cleaning.
And then we're getting all of it done. And like, because me and my roommates, we took turns like cleaning the kitchen parts and the bathroom parts and the living room parts, because all roommates take turns when they're freshmen and sophomores.
Right.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take turns.
Yes.
I mean,
You're
I won't lie to you. I
supposed
think
to.
I need an ILA. That would be really nice. Have someone who does my laundry and dishes. That sounds amazing.
What year are you going to be next year?
So I'm going to be 22 next year.
Oh, gotcha.
22.
That's
So,
Taylor Swift.
When I was a sophomore, I was 20 turning 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
nice.
that doesn't seem right. You were 20 turning 21.
Yeah, when I was a sophomore in Clemson.
Because after high school, did you go straight to college?
I did not yet, not quite.
What did you do for in between? Where did you work?
Let me tell you where I worked. I worked at our church, Cornerstone, in the cafe part, and I worked at Chick-Fil-A in Orangeburg.
What
my
did you do at
goodness.
Chick-fil-A?
I made lemonade, so I
You
was a
made
lemonade
lemonade.
king.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
The Chick-fil-A lemonade is
Yeah.
So good. Do you guys have Chick-fil-A out
Yes,
here?
there's
Yes.
one right downstairs, actually.
Oh, okay. It's so
We
good.
The
need to go get it
Chick-fil-A
afterwards.
sweet tea and lemonade. They've got it down there. I'm
made
sure
it.
you were the one. If I had one of your lemonades from
It was
Chick-fil-A,
his lemonade.
oh, I would have loved it.
Do you have a Chick-fil-A discount code?
Do I, Mom? Do I mention
No, but
that?
you
A
should get one.
sponsorship or
Chick-fil-A,
something.
Yeah.
sponsor us.
That's
Chick-fil-A,
real.
come on. Where are you?
I mean, that's like a sponsorship waiting to happen, Tanner.
Yeah. You
We
say
need
it's
a-
what?
It's you need a partner with Chick-fil-A.
I do need a partner. I do need a
Yes.
partner. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Yes.
awesome?
So can
That'd be
I-
awesome.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. Could I ask you another question about your ILA?
Yeah, dude, ask me.
So now, when you live on your own, do you have anybody that you can reach out to if you need somebody to help you with anything, or is it mostly like your family?
I can ask somebody else. Like one of my friends, Michael. Do I'm upset about something? Let me just think who else.
And who else helps you so much?
You do, Midge.
Well, thank you. I didn't help you a lot. But who else? There's somebody in your life that helps you and comes and takes you to do activities.
Zach.
Zach.
And even Zach.
Tell them about what Zach does for you and all the Clemson Life graduates.
So we do our check-ins together, and we work out together. Me and Zach, and we do fun things together. Like we go get ice cream, like on some Tuesdays, and some we go on some Wednesdays, and we celebrate our friends' birthdays, and we go to dinner, and we have pool parties, and sometimes they play football, and I just watch, and we throw frisbees.
I love it. So there's a big community of people at Clemson with the ILAs and the Clemson Life is what you said it was.
Yep.
That it's like a family. They all help each other out and help each other learn and grow.
Yes, exactly.
I love
Yes,
it.
Sarah.
Lots
Yes,
of
Sarah.
people to help.
That
you.
is
Lots of
very-
people, yeah.
I also love when you say like, yes, Sarah, and you're a very active listener. I
Me
think
too.
that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start saying that to you. Yes, Tanner.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it
So
too.
Tanner, correct me if I'm wrong, but so you have autism, right?
I have autism, yeah.
And so what would you say is like the biggest challenge? What's the hardest part about having autism?
But when I was younger, that was kind of hard for me because I was scared too.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did you gain the confidence to start asking how to understand something?
Because I think when I got older, I just don't remember how old I was, Midge. But
I
when
don't remember either, but who helped you with that?
Miss Heather did, and Miss
Miss
Renee
Heather?
did, and Miss Lissa.
And Mom a little bit.
And
She-
Mom, you did too, Mom.
Yeah, don't forget
Hey, Mom,
about
I'm
Mom's over here
I'm sure
like,
Miss.
what the
Hey, Mom, Midge, I'm sure Miss Olivia helped me too.
She did.
Yeah.
Yep. What are some other parts that are hard, like with someone who has autism?
Let's see.
What do you think?
Well, I like when they repeat words sometimes. Yeah, hey, I know I was a little jerk about it when I first started working in the restaurant part, Midge. Because I know that's part of Cameron's autism. I understand now, and we're friends now. Well, I was a jerk about it. And
Wait, what
and
were you
with
a jerk
Miss Anna,
about?
Like because
never heard this.
I told you that Oh, because remember when we were working, staying by the door, me and Cameron, when we repeated his words, because that's part of his autism.
Okay,
Yeah, I was a jerk. I told Masana to stop laughing one of the past days, and you knew about it. I told Masana that I was
yes.
sorry, and then I understood that it's part of Cameron's autism.
Yep. So sometimes like it's hard to like understand other people if they're different from you. It's
Yeah.
hard to like be patient and
That's right.
realize, oh, maybe they're just different from me.
Hey, that reminds me of Rayman when Charlie was a jerk about Raymond's autism at first and selfish about it, but then he understood.
Yeah, he didn't understand it. You guys ever seen Rain Man
No.
with Tom Cruise? You need to
No,
watch
I
it.
haven't. So you love Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I love that, and Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman's good too.
Hey, can I tell you both something?
Sure.
One day this summer, I'm planning, while I'm home in St. Matthews, I'm planning on watching Rain Man with Kate at her house. One day.
Oh, that'll be so fun.
Kate from the show?
Yeah, Kate from the show,
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know you were doing that.
Oh, that'll be
Yeah, man.
so fun.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So how are you gonna prep him for this date?
I'm just gonna let him go, right?
Go for it.
That's right,
Have you been texting her?
I love texting with Kate.
Yeah, she's
So
awesome.
this is a
She's
date.
amazing. Yeah, Kate's amazing.
But
That's
you're going on like a
awesome.
date. Like this is like a real like romantic moment.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Do you think you're gonna have food and stuff?
What day, Midge? Sorry?
Are you gonna have food?
Maybe, I think we are, Midge.
For her?
Maybe, yeah. I say, maybe we can eat lunch at her house, maybe when we watch Rain Man. Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I'm sure her mom, maybe so, Midge, maybe so.
That will be so fun.
Wait, this is a big
This is
deal
a big
because
moment.
you said that you weren't necessarily really looking for love, but it kind of seems like maybe Kate, you got
You've
your
been
eye on
texting
her.
Kate.
Yeah, I got my eye on Kate.
Y'all are still pretty
Oh.
close,
Yeah,
aren't
we're still
you?
pretty close. We're still pretty close.
She doesn't live too far from where we
Okay.
live.
Right, she
So.
lives in
That's
Columbia.
great.
What do
Yeah.
you text with Kate about?
Like, I text her what we're doing, and I text her that me and my mom Midge are in California right now, and she has to say, "Hey Tara, hey, how are you doing? What are you doing right now?" I said, "Hey Kate, I'm doing good. How are you?" And then she says, "I'm doing great."
Yeah.
And every night before she goes to bed, she texts me sweet dreams, and I text her, "Sweet dreams. I'll talk to you tomorrow."
Oh,
I didn't know that,
What's
Tate.
up now, Midge? What's up now, Midge? Yeah, Midge.
Oh, I'm gonna start texting you sweet dreams.
I know, yeah, I know.
I
You
don't
too,
text
Midge.
you
You too,
every
Midge.
night.
That's
Aw.
okay. Midge. Maybe because you're busy a lot of nights.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
busy girl.
Yeah.
So what do you like so much about Kate?
Because she has a good personality and she's very cute and precious. And also, one of our friends at the Sheriff's Hotel, the man who owns the Sheriff's Hotel, Mr. Rick, his artist name's Jameson, and Jameson has Down syndrome, and Kay has Down syndrome. I think Kay looks like Jameson.
Oh,
Yeah, I think-
really?
I think,
Similar?
I think, yeah, they look similar. I think they look similar.
Well, what is the best way to like talk to people who have different disabilities and things? Like, what have you learned being surrounded by friends who have disabilities? Do you have to be like patient with them?
That's right. You gotta be patient with them.
What else have you learned?
And sometimes they need a little more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking to them?
When you're talking to them. Yeah.
You do really good with all of your
Yeah.
friends, don't you?
Yeah, I do, Midge. Hey, I know some people with autism are nonverbal and they can't talk all the way like we can.
So that's really interesting, and I've heard that before. There's like a big scale of autism, isn't there?
Yeah. Hey, our friend Zachary, who we made friends with here, he has Down syndrome and autism.
Oh,
I
really?
think he's they're TikTokers.
What are the brothers?
Yeah.
Patrick.
Well, what are their last name?
Valentine,
Valentine?
yes.
Yes,
We
they
have a
are-
friend in Clemson named Frank Valentine.
Yeah, we do have a friend named Frank Valentine. But the guys that we met last night, the Valentine brothers,
Yeah.
are amazing. Like they're just,
Oh my
they're so
gosh.
much fun.
Oh,
And
Mitch, you know, Andrew, Jacob, and Megan. I don't remember what Andrew's disability is. I don't remember what Jacob's
know
disability is. I don't remember what Megan's disability is. But because they're,
these are all friends from Clemson.
Megan,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Jacob,
Yeah.
and Hope are Angie's neighbors.
Yep, I know. They're awesome. There's so
They're
many
amazing.
like amazing people up in Clemson. And
Yeah.
lots of support for Tanner and all
Yeah.
the friends and all the Clemson Life graduates. Y'all all kind of live right near downtown Clemson,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
Kind of together, and they all work. Tanner works at the Shepherd Hotel,
Oh yeah,
but lots of people like.
But I think
support.
you're the most amazing in my personal opinion.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Most
I'm-
handsome,
I
for
want to
sure.
know more about this Kate situation because I'm sure she's also really amazing. What I want to know, so you're gonna watch Rain Man,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna potentially go eat some food.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll have lunch there. I'm sure her mom will cook us lunch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, sure. And then I guess, and you can tell me if you don't want to answer, but like, will you ever kiss her?
No.
No, you don't want to.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to, yeah.
No.
That's what
Would
I
you
call.
kiss her on the cheek ever?
No.
You kissed me on the cheek a lot.
Yeah, because you're my sister, Midge.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Would you ever want to like put your arm around her or hold her hand or anything?
I want. Yeah, I'll put my arm around Kate and hold her hand.
Do you like to do
Oh,
that
that'll
stuff
be
more?
sweet.
Yeah, I just put my arm around her when we're walking together because she can't walk fast like we can. That's part of her Down syndrome.
Oh, so
Oh, I
you
see.
slow down for
I
her?
slow down.
That's a gentleman.
That is a
It's
gentleman
so-
thing to
Hey,
do.
when me and Joe and Kate go to the zoo, we'll do that. I'll do that with Kate, but me and Joe will when we're walking together.
You'll just walk slow.
Walk
That's
slow,
a
very
very
slow.
gentleman
That's
thing
kind
to
of
do.
you.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna introduce Patrick to Joe and Kate. Yeah.
Who's Patrick?
Oh, the gorilla. The one the gorillas at the
Oh,
zoo.
Patrick the gorilla.
Tell them about Patrick, because
So-
you love Patrick.
So we met them. We met him in person with through the zookeepers, India, Jay, and Tina, and we learned he likes peanut butter and he likes lettuce, and he can sit on his ball. He also likes watermelon.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Mom, how much does Patrick learn how much he weighs?
Oh,
This
that
is
a
interesting
lot.
because I've been meaning to ask you this question because I know that your favorite animal is a gorilla.
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah?
Who would win in a fight? 1,000 men or one gorilla?
One gorilla, because they're very strong.
Ooh.
I kind of agree with
Yeah,
you.
because- think about it.
Because gorillas they have big legs and big arms and big feet and big hands. So there are but still there's some men with muscles have big arms too. So
But there's
That's
1,000
true.
of them too. I mean,
1,000 men.
but
That's
I
a
still
lot
assume
of men.
I still assume a gorilla would win.
I agree. I assume a gorilla
I
would
just
win,
don't
too.
know if I agree, Tanner. I think
okay.
that's a hard fight.
That's right.
Do you think you could beat up a gorilla?
No, I would never want to.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
either.
But one day I want to hold baby gorillas at the zoo in Columbia if they have some one day because I love gorillas.
Because I bet they're gentle when they're babies.
That's right. We gotta be gentle with baby gorillas too.
Yeah.
And I know I'll do a good job. And when I do a good job, they'll think I'm their big brother. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you could be part of like the gorilla family.
I know Patrick likes me. I like him.
That's so cool.
There are 3 other gorillas named
sure,
in the zoo.
tell me.
Zukoda, Mo, and Macy.
That is so awesome.
Where are those gorillas?
So they're at the zoo in Columbia, Midge.
Oh, they're there too.
Yeah,
In
Zuko-
Columbia.
Tell them why you love gorillas. You've always loved gorillas. Why do you love
Because
them so much?
it's cool that they're animals that with hands and that they look like humans. It's so cool that they look similar to us. So that's why.
They have like the
I
same.
knew that. You said that in the show.
Seen that
Yeah, there you go. They have like the same mannerisms. Like they eat with their hands
do.
and they walk like people.
They do. Sometimes, but they usually walk on their hands too.
On their hands, yeah, they do it like with fists.
Fists, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So do orangutans. I think all monkeys walk on their fists. Chips.
What's the like huge monkey? There's like a really big one. Is it the orangutan?
Orangutans, I think
I
so.
think it is that. You seem to. You
I'm
have
not
a lot
an
of
animal
knowledge.
expert. He is.
Tanner seems to
He
know a
is.
lot.
So I was curious too because I mean y'all's relationship is so good together. When you guys were growing up, I mean at least with my sister and I we argued a lot.
It's okay.
I threw a remote at her when I was like 9.
No.
She has a scar on her nose because of the remote.
No.
And I also broke a couple of her fingers on her birthday.
You did? Oh my gosh! I can't believe you did that. Did that, partner?
I know, but not everybody's perfect, you know. Like I said, I'm sorry.
Hey, did your mom and dad fix your fingers though?
So my mom and dad didn't. We sent her to a doctor, and then the doctor fixed the fingers. Yes.
Let me ask you, when you were mad, did you break her some of her fingers on purpose?
You're on the
Parker's on the
spot.
hot seat right now.
Yes.
Yes.
You did it on purpose?
Yes. Well, the goal wasn't to break her fingers, but I was trying to hurt her.
They were just being rough.
Yeah.
So did you and Midge ever fight growing up?
Sometimes.
Did we
but,
ever have any big fights?
not huge fights, Midge.
I can't remember. Like, did we ever do anything like kind of crazy?
I'm not sure, Midge. You know, I don't remember if we did anything crazy.
You don't remember?
Yeah, but I'm sure you said some things out like sometimes when we were
Yeah.
younger, and I'm sure I said some things that you didn't like.
What did you do younger when you got like mad at one of us?
See, listen, I would hit you sometimes and Bungee.
Yeah, you're very strong when you were little.
I know, yeah, Midge, but
Were you?
just remember, nobody's perfect. I'm
Nobody's
sure I squeezed your
perfect.
arm sometimes, Midge. I don't remember if I squeezed Taylor's arms while I was mad sometimes.
But you would squeeze the arm.
Yeah,
My
sometimes.
brothers would do that to me.
Like,
Do you know what an
ah.
Indian twist is?
Ow,
Don't tell me
yes.
what's Indian twist?
My here, show me your
Oh,
arm.
I don't know if you
This
want
is
to
what
do
my
it.
brothers would do to
This
me.
hurts.
Are you about to squeeze out
They
Parker's
would like
arms?
twist my skin to hurt
Like, go
it.
the opposite
In
way.
different ways.
Oh my
So
gosh.
One part of the arm would go left, yeah, the other. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But it seems like you and Midge had a good relationship growing up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
We were
yeah.
all pretty close.
We were all pretty
Taylor,
close.
our older sister, and then Maverick's the
Yeah.
youngest one. So we've all been close.
So are you two the middle?
We're the
Yes.
middle. Yep.
I'm a middle child.
Midge,
Are you really?
Yeah.
We love
Oh,
being
Mitch,
middle.
I can
Yes.
remember when we were younger. I like that. Remember that day when we were watching Stuart Little 2 in when we were in the playroom when we were younger, and the part where they were going to the Peachkin building to get Stuart. The mom and dad, George and Martha,
Yeah.
and George asked his dad, "Am I in trouble?" And then he said to George, "No, son, you're in big trouble." And you said George said and you said George's in big trouble. He's really sad about that, and he was right. And the part after
You have such a good memory.
I know,
after
right?
Stuart
I
did-
don't remember this.
after Stuart defeated the Falcon, and then he fell in the trash can, and you said, "Yeah, he fell in the trash can."
Did I really?
Yeah, you did, Mitch. I only think about that memory.
How old was I?
I don't remember. I was either like 3 or 4 or 5, like 2, 3 or
So
3.
we were really little.
Yeah,
We were really little.
yeah, Mitch. I remember that. I'll never forget that.
You have a great memory,
Yeah, yeah.
Tanner. I was asking you about your friends earlier, and I didn't get to ask. So does having a lot of different friends with different disabilities, does that help create like a community where you all understand each other?
I think yes.
Yes, I think that's a great thing.
Did Clemson Life kind of help you with that?
Yes, Clemson Life kind of helped me with that.
I feel like you were surrounded by a lot of different people.
So even people who don't have autism and maybe have a different disability than you guys can understand each other because of the challenges you may face?
Yeah, yes. Was she about the face part?
just like maybe challenges you guys might have or obstacles, even if you don't have the same disability, maybe you guys can understand each other more.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the case when you have friends with different disabilities?
I think so. Yes, Sarah. I think so. Yeah.
That seems really like a great community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by a lot of good people.
I am surrounded
and you
by
know
a
that
lot
you
of
have to be like more patient
That's
with
what
people.
we're That's right. Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff.
Couple more questions, then we're almost done.
But this is fun.
It is
Yay.
really
Are we
fun.
recording? Okay.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be red.
We are. It's supposed
Yeah,
to be
okay,
red.
okay.
Yeah.
I
She
looked
was
earlier
like,
and I was like, oh my god, it's
no.
not
No,
red.
I've been like totally like panicked the whole time, making sure that we're good. So you obviously did Love on the Spectrum, which did you have a lot of fun with Love on the Spectrum?
I did.
And did you really like Kian?
I love Kian.
He seems awesome. I never got to see his
He
face.
is awesome.
What does he look like?
Well, he's very handsome, and how can I explain it? I don't remember what
Does
color.
he have dark hair or light hair?
Would you say? Do you remember?
Pretty dark.
Pretty dark. Yes, pretty dark.
Yep. And does he kind of help you like during the show when you're filming and stuff? Does he help you to know
He does.
where you should go and
Oh yes, he does.
that kind of stuff?
He does.
Where's he from? Tell him where he's
So
from.
he's from Australia. He has accent.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
He's really
And
nice.
are you hoping that there's another season of Love on the Spectrum?
Yes.
Ooh, and we
That'd
get
be
to see you
crazy.
go on maybe a couple more dates.
Yeah. Also, cause I like Dave and Connor. They're from Australia. They have accents.
Yeah.
I assume. I know Dave. He has accent. He's from Australia. I think the other Connor has accent.
What did Dave and Connor do?
They put the mic on me. Dave does and Connor does.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they like
Just
hold
like Freddie
it way
did.
up above you?
Sometimes, yes.
That's
Do you know what
so
that's
fun.
called?
What's that?
The microphone when they hold it above you?
What's that called?
It's called a boom.
Boom. Gotcha.
Boom
Gotcha.
mic.
Boom.
Boom mic. I know
Gotcha.
you'll remember it
Sounds
based off
weird
your
if it
memory.
goes boom on your head.
Yeah, it's called a boom
I would
mic.
not like that part of my head.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
like it on my head.
Hey, Parker.
either.
Yeah, I want to tell you both something.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an actor like Tom Kenny, Bill Fagerbakke, and Clancy Brown because you know how you have to remember your lines and you have to stay up late. I don't like stay up late.
Yeah.
But I would like that.
You would be
kind of
able to
actor.
remember the lines though.
I don't think no, but I really like this kind of actor I am.
Yeah.
You like doing what you're doing now?
I would like what I'm doing now.
And we're kind of hoping that something else might come about later. Like have we talked about like kind of doing another show or
But like, what was that? Like me being the next Steve, like Blue's Clues.
yeah, something like that. What do we want that to be called?
What's that called? I forgot, Mom.
Think Tank.
Think Tank. We're kind of thinking about doing that.
Think
I remember now.
Tank.
Think Tank.
And kind of like seeing, we're kind of just in the works of exploring and thinking about what else you could do because you're a great famous person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you love meeting people.
meeting people.
And going on adventures and things.
I do.
Wait, so tell me about Think Tank.
Have you talked to Mom about it? A little bit about
So
what
the-
you would want to do?
Yes, kids. Yeah, with little kids.
Oh, with
Yeah.
kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what would you teach them about? Like kind of, like when you come to my classroom, what do you teach my students about?
I teach them about stimming.
Yeah, about stimming and autism.
And autism.
just going on adventures with them and trying out like new things. So
Yeah.
we're kind of just like toying with the idea of like what
That
that would
seems
look
like an amazing show.
Yeah, because you really do enjoy, like we do all our TikToks and we go to these events and stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of love it, don't you?
I love it, man.
and everybody loves seeing you on TV.
Everybody does like seeing me on TV.
It's
Yeah.
true. So
Yeah.
I think Think Tank would be a great show.
I think
Yeah.
so too. I think so too.
Well, we
I'm a
gotta
fan of the idea.
Get some. We need some producers.
Yeah, I'm like,
can we
come
do?
on.
Let's get something going.
Would you like to do that? Like,
would, Midge.
To have a show and you could be like them on their, like in front of the cameras and be like, hey, everybody, welcome. And
Yeah,
get
Midge.
to, like meet people and interview people and
I
get
would.
to know them.
Yeah, I
and-
would.
Yeah.
Yes, Midge. I like to do it.
I think you'd be kind of good at that.
I think
Yeah.
you'd be great at it.
Would you be nervous or not really?
No, I would not really be nervous.
Yeah, you're
I would
not really afraid to like meet new people, are you?
No, I'm not, Midge. I'm not really afraid to meet new
I
people.
think that would be a good show for you rather than like maybe a show where you're acting like somebody else because you have such a great personality.
Mm-hmm.
Your show should be about you instead of you pretending to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have to learn any lines.
That's right.
Exactly.
You can just say what
Say what
right.
you want.
That's right. That makes sense.
That would be pretty easy for you.
Oh, so what I'm saying is, I don't want to play a character line just like Matthew Broderick does with Simba when he's an adult line in the cartoon
Yeah.
Lion King, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
You have to remember your
Matthew's
lines, and you have to stay up late. Those
Yeah.
kind of actors have to stay up late. I don't like to stay
They
up
do
late.
have
Yeah.
to stay up pretty late. They have crazy hours.
Yeah.
And I know, and Mom, I know I don't have to be that kind of actor like my
No.
mom's name.
No.
No.
you don't
of
have to
course
do
not.
anything you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Just-
And that's why we're so thankful that you joined us at the Dating Diner. Before we go, I want to ask you one final question.
Yes.
So, obviously, Kate's coming up, which I've been so enthralled with this entire
Parker's
time.
excited about this.
If see, this is heavy hitting, so think about this one. If things go really well with you and Kate, and you're like, oh, I want to be loyal to Kate, and then Kian says, hey, we want to do another season of Love on the Spectrum, but you have a girlfriend. Will you do another season of Love on the Spectrum, or will you say no more Kate?
I would do another season of Love on the Spectrum.
You would
You
still
would,
do
okay.
another season?
Yes, I would.
Okay, that's fair. But do you think maybe you'll ask Kate to be your girlfriend?
Is it no? But,
No.
but she's just my friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
good.
your friend right now.
Yeah, she's just my friend right now.
Yeah.
Good.
That's fair.
That
There you go.
seems like a
Yeah.
great friend trip.
Hey, I'm 26 now. It's gonna feel good. I'm gonna be doing 27 in November 23rd. It's gonna feel good to be 27 too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Let's see who that is.
Oh, it's not her.
Oh man.
I left my ringer
That
on.
was
because I-
like a total. Dang.
Could have been a whole moment.
I know it could have been a whole
That's
moment.
okay.
That's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Well,
yeah.
this has been a blast. Thank you, Tanner.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you,
Parker.
man.
You're
Mitch and
welcome.
Tanner, you guys
You're welcome,
have been
Sarah.
awesome.
This is so cool. This is so
Thanks
cool.
for having
I love the
us.
space
Y'all are
that
so
you live at.
awesome.
You're amazing, Parker. You're amazing,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Thank you,
Can we
Tanner.
ask
You're
you guys
awesome.
advice?
Yes.
Since you're in this
You're
this
one of
world,
my best friends, Parker.
like, what's y'all's
Oh,
best
thank you.
advice? Okay, can I ask you 2 questions?
Yes,
Sure.
go ahead.
What's your best dating advice for us,
Okay.
in life? And then what is like advice for being in like the public eye and being in
Are you
social
single?
media? Yes.
She's
Single.
okay.
So what's your
Midge is
best
single
advice?
Too. Okay.
Come on, tell me.
Well,
They're gonna
first
give us
on the
advice
dating
dating.
advice,
I think
Yeah.
Mitch.
this sounds crazy, but I think you should. You know what the word Riz means?
No, what does it mean?
Tell them what Riz means.
Do you know what Riz means?
Not
No.
really. Tell me
No.
what it means.
So Riz kind of means like flirting, right? It's
Yeah.
like you're kind of like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? You should use Tanner to help you, Riz.
Think. Okay, like carry him around or just be like, I know who Tanner with autism
Exactly.
is.
Yeah.
You know what? You know who Taylor Kish is?
I'm not sure.
Tim Riggins from Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yes.
He made a video and he was like, I love Love on the Spectrum. And so I commented, I was like, I can get you a meet and greet with Tanner with autism.
Yeah,
Like,
there
you
you
gotta
go,
give me a
there
date
you
first,
go.
like
See?
any day.
What do you
All right,
think?
I'll use that. Can I use your name
You can, Mitch.
to flirt with some
Yep,
handsome
you can,
men?
Mitch. Yes,
I can be
Mitch.
like, I know who Tanner with autism is.
Yeah, Mitch.
Well, my advice is different for both of you because it's a different advice for a girl and a boy.
Okay.
You better not settle for anybody who is not a gentleman like your brother.
You're right, you're right.
We
Yeah,
want
sorry,
opening the car doors. We want pulling out the chairs. We want
Definitely.
We want compliments. We want all of that.
Okay.
Don't settle for anything
All right, I
less.
won't settle.
And you got to do those things. You got to be opening
being
their
a
doors,
gentleman.
telling
That's
them they're
right.
beautiful, and all of that. And you seem like you're doing a good job
I
already.
am Sarah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am Sarah.
That's my advice.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
And
Good
the
advice.
other one you said
Yeah.
in the spotlight.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What do you think? What's the?
Because you
I
have to meet a
think-
lot of people and things like that.
Well, this is something we were talking about before we started the episode, but don't let any haters get under your skin because people out there want to be mean and they want to be ruthless, but most of the time it's because they're just not happy with their own life. So
Yeah.
if you stay happy with who you are, then the haters can't get to you.
Okay. What's a
What do you-
hater?
a hater's like someone who's like a bully,
Okay.
right? Have you dealt with bullies?
Have I what with bullies?
Like, have you had bullies in your life?
I'm not a lot, and we all know bullies can change.
That's
Yeah.
true. They can change.
They can change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
that's
would your
kind of what a
advice
hater
be?
is. I think my advice would, yeah, I think that's really good. I also think be very mindful about what you do in the public eye, right? And I think it's very easy nowadays for people to be quick to cancel, which means quick to say we don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
And I think be conscientious about what you're saying, and I know that can be challenging, but kind of have a filter as much as possible if you can.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like being careful what you say.
That's right. That's right.
Because a lot of people see what you say. 'Cause
Yeah, Mitch.
it's online and people pay attention to you.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful that we're always being kind.
That's right, Mitch.
And
But
just be
you
yourself.
always are.
And be
Everybody
yourself. You already
everybody
know
loves
yourself.
both of you all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for having us. For
Yeah,
real.
thank you
It's
very
so
much.
nice.
Loved
Thank you
having
very
For the
much.
milkshakes.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's so
for the milkshake.
good.
Thanks for the
We're at the
milkshake.
diner.
Yes.
So fun.
Sarah didn't drink any of her milkshake.
I know, I'm bad.
It's early in the morning.
It's too
Yeah.
early for a
Yeah.
milkshake.
Well, it's been a fun episode. Like, subscribe, and thank you, Tanner with the Tism and Midge, for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
If you do not already follow them, be sure to do that.
Yes.
Until next time, we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.